Hey guys, it's been about a month since the last highway video, and first off, some things have happened since then. There's been some announcements and some funding. So right off the bat, I'd like to congratulate Highway 23 for winning the lottery. Okay, it's the only highway away from Winnipeg that actually got any major funding, and boy did they need it. Okay, the other highways were 59. There's no way it's in bad shape as this highway here. Okay, and number one, I'm not sure. They get a lot of funding. Okay, they already had $91 million of funding this year, and they're getting a little bit more. So, I mean, good for them, whatever. I'm not jealous. Okay, but anyways, this is great. We're getting some funding out there. The government's starting to do a little bit more and more. But you know what? Enough is enough. This highway is a piece of shit. 34 highway, and there's a lot of other highways in Manitoba that are just as bad or even worse. And you might be asking me, Adam, why are you on 34 highway again? There are other worse highways out there. And you're absolutely right, but it's a little bit too dangerous to be going out and driving on these other highways, or this highway even. I avoid it at all costs. I drive in gravel as much as possible when I have the option, because the gravel roads are better than the highways. And why is that? Why are gravel roads better than our highways? And it comes down to one thing, and one thing only, and it falls on everybody. It's accountability. The government is not accountable for their highways. Okay? This highway has not seen major repairs since it was built over 60 years ago. Okay? All we get is patch jobs. Okay? Everybody else in the trades, they have to build up to code. Our highways, there's no way this is a thing, because our highways are always a mess. Okay? Next, we got our workers on the highways. And I hate doing this because I like workers, I like people who are working hard, and it's not necessarily their fault, but the government's not holding the workers accountable. Countless times you've seen the highways, and the workers go out and they do a job. Okay, they fill maybe their holes with gravel like they did here, which I'm not gonna blame the workers for filling them with gravel. That's what they're told to do, and it falls apart within a couple days, and you're left with this big mess. Okay, but when they go out and even fill them with asphalt, it's crumbling within 1 to 2 days, okay? You're often left with a little bump that's worse than the hole that was there before. And if it's not built properly, it's gonna fall apart right away, and that's what happens, okay? And this is why we're left with this almost positive feedback loop where our workers are just constantly going to the same spots over and over again because of the poor job that's happening there, and nobody's being held accountable, okay? And finally, who else is gonna be held accountable? Okay, it's not the drivers, okay? Like, we're doing our best to stay safe on the highways, but it's the people, it's everybody, okay? We all complain. I've heard it countless times in the last video, people complaining about their highways, but what do? We just complain, okay? So what we need to do, and what I'm asking all of you to do, send a letter to your MLA saying, you know, I'm sick of this, I'm sick of being ignored, our highways are absolute mess, okay? 34 highways an absolute mess. I'm gonna be sending out a letter myself. Okay, and I'm encouraging you all to do the same thing. Send out a letter to your MLA, and that's our job as citizens. So we got to do that to help our MLAs out, at least, instead of just complaining about the state of our highways. So let's get some action behind this. Let's stop just complaining and actually get things done here. Okay, that's about it. One other thing is I'm looking at doing some videos about specific towns and their infrastructure. I have one on the books right now that I'm looking at. It's got a couple bridges that are out, and it's really hurting the town. So we're looking at doing that. And so if you have something that you know about, that I need to know about, that I can get around doing this summer, leave a comment below, and maybe we'll work something out with you to get into the town, to make your problem known, a little bit more known to the world. Not a very big platform yet, so make sure that you're subscribing. Make sure that you share the video, share the channel, so that we can get more people out there hearing this message, can get more letters to our MLAs, so we can get our highways fixed as well. Not just Winnipeg highways, not just Brandon highways, not just Portage highways, okay? We want all of our highways in Manitoba to look good, to be good. It's gonna be better for our economy, better for all of our towns, better for each and every one of us individually, okay? So if you can get out and do that, that would be excellent. Okay, guys, that's it. Make sure that you're staying safe on our highways. We don't want to see it come down to somebody dying. That's what everybody's worried about, to be honest. So stay safe when you're driving out there. get those letters out there and make sure you're sharing this, okay? See you later.